gonna be candid in this video. Be honest with everyone. This twin flame journey has never been easy. I have went through so much. There were times that the challenges I had to go through was so painful and so hurtful. And since it's Mercury retrograde, I'm just gonna let it all out. I apologize if I'm gonna get a bit emotional in this video. My twin is sleeping right now, so I'm gonna take advantage of this moment. I don't want her to see I'm emotional. So a little about my background. I grew up from a narcissistic home, a very dysfunctional home. My father wasn't great of a dad, but he was okay. You know, he supported. We had a roof on top of our head. We never grew hungry. We had clothes. We had how many houses? But as a father, my dad was never really there, you know, to give that mental and emotional support. I've went through sexual harassment when I was a child, going through school, and it happened in a school bus, you know, and my dad didn't do anything. Up till this day, I still remember it, and deep down in my heart, it hurts me still, you know, because as a daughter, you'd expect your father to protect you and to be there for you, but he wasn't really there. You know, and of course I understand because he's supporting the family and he's busy with other things. But I'm just sharing to you guys, you know, my struggles as a divine feminine growing up from start to now. I never had a father figure, and there's no parent that's perfect, you know. But every time I see a dad, every time I watch YouTube videos of dads making a dollhouse for their daughter, building like a roller coaster, a mini roller coaster in their backyard for their son, or building them something, you know, to enjoy their youth, I get emotional. It triggers that father energy that a lot of us twin flames suffer accepting, leaving behind, letting go, healing. It's not easy to heal tainted father experience. But I know we're all there. We're all meant to go through it. We're all meant to just experience it. But having gone through all those things, having gone through experiencing neglect, abuse, even physical abuse with my dad, growing up, sorry. Sorry guys. Bringing this up now is just me taking out all the garbage and putting peace to everything and just healing. That's gonna include letting go. Letting go of a man that I thought and I hoped existed, that I hoped every day would give me the love and affection. This is not easy. My dad never really supported me wanting better education for myself. He was always the contradictor I always had this vibe with him that we're in a competition, that I have to depend on him, have to rely on him, because and if I don't give him that feeling, or I don't give him that, he's not gonna feel secure. He's not gonna feel stable. He's not going to feel like he's the man of the house. Later down the road, I realized that all my experiences with my dad was a narcissistic behavior. I started to read about narcissist and its characteristics, and I was comparing and contrasting it with my dad and other dads that I have a very good relationship with, that really helped me in my journey as a divine feminine. I realized that I trusted someone who doesn't deserve to be trusted. And coming to terms with it, with all of it, I realized that the only way to really make peace of all this is to accept it, heal from it on your own by letting go. But tell me why I always found myself coming back to him. I don't need to. I could do whatever I want. I mean, I could, he's the one who really didn't support me in going to school, from the very beginning of me, applying or wanting to go. Because I remember I told him I want to go to school, and he's like, no, just work in a hotel because, they pay better and it's good benefits and this and that. Because that's how he grew up. That's his, that's his struggle, is that he grew up here in the Philippines where he was a garbage kid. He took scraps. He was picking up scraps just to survive, and having experience not needing to go to school, just working hard. And it proved him success on his part. That's his belief. So I understand my dad, why he didn't support, college, or the thought of going to college and getting a better education. But regardless of the matter, after I graduated, I still came back to him, I went through a lot, really, just thinking about all those things, and my 8-year karmic relationship. I feel like there's a little bit more that I need to let out in regards to my 8-year karmic relationship, and I know that my angels are here with me to help me heal all these things that I'm being candid in this video to show you guys. My dad constantly kicked me out of the house when I was attending college. It's like I always felt that there was something wrong with me. I always felt that I was never enough. I always felt that there's something I always need to fix about me, about who I am. I did not feel that I was loved for who and what I am. I did not feel that it was okay, that I was enough, that everything that I am and how I am is enough. That's how I felt growing up. Like there's always something wrong with me. And it was a struggle, to have to go through society changes. It's like going to a world that you've never been. You don't know how it's like to be in that world. Yet you're out in the world and you're like a little kid trying to find your way. And the people that you expect to hold your hand and to accept you, to give you that love, that affection, that feeling of security, It's the other way around. I'm not mad at my parents. You know, this is just me letting out a long time that I haven't been able to let out. Social culture shock, social challenges with my peers. I went through all that alone. And also trying to find myself, you know, trying to figure out, is there really something wrong with me? And I remember I even asked myself, do I deserve love? I had to learn to teach myself how to survive in all the difficulties that I had to go through. Financial difficulties, social challenges, culture shock, you know, having to move here and there, and you know, being in environments that you're just, sometimes you're used to and sometimes you're not. Again, it's all part of maturing, it's all part of growing, it's all part of life, right? That's what society puts in our mind. But it's not an exception that a child who's been born into this world does not deserve to feel that there's something wrong with them. Any child does not deserve that. Any child does not deserve to grow in a home that has no love, no affection, and no sense of consideration and just giving attention to that child. And I'm not pointing fingers here, and I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying the facts. Even though we live in a world where you have to go to work, you have to support your family, you have to work hard because it's what life is. Why have a child when you can't live up to that responsibility of being a father? What is a father? That's the question, right? And a lot of people blame society, blame other people for this and that, when in reality it's you. It's you as a person. And it took me a long time to make peace with that, to come to realization that this was all intended for me to have a bigger mental awareness and spiritual awakening to why all of this had to happen, why I had to experience all these things. It wasn't easy, you know. Here's the thing. I would go through all this all over again in a heartbeat. If the divine tells me that I have to, just to gain one thing, and that's none other than my twin. I wish I could save my 8-year karmic friendship, because she was always there for me. She was always there for me. She never left my side. When my parents were too busy dealing with their own thing and I needed someone, she was there. She helped me. She helped me gain confidence in myself. She helped me gain courage. She helped me gain wisdom, knowledge in everything, you know. And I told myself all the time, I'm grateful to her That's why I stayed for 8 years. It's because I wanted to make up for all the things that she has done for me. I felt indebted to her. Not so much in chains. And I knew that she also was suffering from the same lack of love foundation in a home that I was experiencing. So having those two energies together with similarity, having something in common, we comforted each other, in that. Up till this day, it breaks my heart because I will always love my 8-year karmic friendship. It's the one thing that hurts the most. As much as I love my ex as a family, as a friend, it would hurt her for me to tell her thank you. As if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have met my twin. And it hurts to even say to her, if it's not for you, my twin wouldn't have the best of me. Because it's through my karmic that I learned everything. Those 8 years was not in vain. And one thing I didn't tell you guys is that she told me, make sure that the next relationship you have after me is worth everything to let go, worth the 8 years to let go. And that kept replaying in my mind. I was going on and off with my false twin, and I'll say that in another video. I'm saying all these things because really the main purpose of all this is to share to you guys a little of my shadow, dark side of my past. Why I'm so grateful now because of it. When I met my twin, I want to keep crying in this video. I'm so thankful to my angels, to our angels, to the divine, to the universe, to the heaven, to Mother Earth, for really supporting my twin and I to the point of union. Because man, it's really like magic. There's so many things, you guys, that is beyond words can explain. The dreams, the telepathy, time to time, the connection that she and I have, even the point of physical pain because of our chakras, whether we're together or not, it's beyond this world. And I'm here thinking for the past couple months that I want this, I want that, but in reality I have everything. I have everything. I do. Deep down in your heart, you and your twin will always be together. And you and your twin will see each other again. If not in this life, in the next life. Learn to find peace in that. I want to end this by also sharing to you guys how grateful I am that I'm here in the Philippines, with my twin, because if I'm not here in the Philippines, I would be alone by myself in Washington, because I don't really know anybody there. I don't have family there. Being here with my twin in this critical time, this pandemic, is a blessing. The little things sometimes that we take for granted, like water, running water, electricity. Mostly it's the moments that you can't turn back. Whether it's good or bad, you can't turn back time. Life is truly short. And this time that I have with my twin, I will honestly tell you guys, in all my years, in all my life, I haven't even reached half yet. I've never been more happy than I am right now. This journey is hard. It's not easy. You will really be uncomfortable. You're gonna go through many things in life that will test you, that will try to pin you down and control you, manipulate you. But always remember that we chose this. We chose to come here. We chose to reincarnate. We did, all of us. And we will go home again in the right time. But while we're here in Earth, while we're here in the world, make use of it. Make use of it. Because it's not gonna be for long. The time here is not the same time in heaven. Remember that. Make every second worth it. Be grateful, be thankful, be loving. The stress, the anxiety, the depression, let it go. You don't want to waste every second just constantly blurred in this mist of anxiety. Do not waste your time on negative energy. Just leave it to the divine, leave it to God, whatever that is not in your control. Thank you for subscribing, and those of you who are new, please subscribe. And don't forget to click on the bell so that you'll get notified for future videos. Like this video if you like it, and comment down below any questions, concerns. Again, Clarity is free, and my email right here. Bye guys.